sensu beans, yeah, I need to regenerate. I'm about to go off like I'm the Avatar state, and I can say
potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Okay, now that I said that, we can get to the more important stuff. Kohei Horikoshi, the creator of My Hero Academia, had an interview recently for Jump Giga magazine. I've gone over and mentioned certain things he said in the interview in other videos, but today I want to go over the answer he gave to a specific question. As we already know, the story for the My Hero Academia manga is already in its final act. That's not speculation, that's reality. Many people claim this to mean we have many more chapters left and even give specific numbers, but we don't know if it has a lot or if it's an extremely small amount, so I would rather not pretend that we know how long this final act will be. All we know is we are in the final act of My Hero Academia, but that leaves people with questions on what will happen in My Hero Academia's story before we reach the complete end and the final act is over. Kohei Horikoshi was asked specifically about characters when it comes to the final act. The question was which characters will take on an important role for the story in the final act. Horikoshi talks about several characters. He says he does not want to spoil the story, but he still says Hawks and Uraraka will have a surprisingly big role. They will become sort of a quote-unquote light of hope for the audience. And I think that's interesting because he lumps both Hawks and Uraraka together. I know as soon as shippers hear that Uraraka will have a big role, the idea immediately goes to her love for Deku, but that's just not what's being implied here. The role is fit with both her and Hawks, so this is a role both of them are fitting together. So we don't know exactly what that is, but it's something, and we know it's called a light of hope. So we'll see where that takes us. Although these are already big characters for fans, so it's expected for them to be big at the end. However, Horikoshi goes on to say that Shinzo and Monoma may also do some major things. Right now in the anime, we are on the hero training arc with Class A versus Class B, and both of those characters are prominent in it, especially Shinzo. However, for those that don't know, Shinzo's attention will die down after this arc. Monoma is my favorite character from Class 1B, and I'm glad to hear he will be a major character in the final arc. He's really awesome and I think super underrated. But then Horikoshi says, I am also planning an epic scene for Sero. And I think what he means is that Horikoshi is going to finally give Sero his due. Like how we've seen many other characters have a major defining moment, we can see that for Sero. Like, you know how Kirishima first turned into Red Riot Unbreakable, we'll get an awesome moment for Sero. And of course, if you want to hear more from this interview, make sure to check out the video where he speaks on the ending for My Hero Academia. Of course, there's no spoilers there either, but I would appreciate it if you left a like on this video before you go. My name's Konjik, I love you, and I'll talk to you later.
And I can say that I'm great, yeah, I can say that I'm perfect. I ain't the one that was out here saving lives, I was purchased. Now we about to take you out if you try to act toxic. I'ma send you straight up to my main man, Konjik.